Hello everyone, it's Cathy Zilski. Welcome back to my channel and the studio. The studio. I know it's not the same as craft/dining room, but you know what? It's just pretentious enough. You know what I mean? Hello everyone. It is so good to have you here today. Quick note, if you have never caught my channel before and this is the first time you're here, this might not be indicative of every video you're going to find because this is, number one, it's a live stream. Number two, it's going to get a little chatty today. It often gets a little chatty. And, you know, that might not be your jam. I've had people pop onto lives after the fact and just say, too much talk. Well, you would be correct. But there you go. So hello, everyone. I can see your lovely names popping in. I see Vicky, Becky Wright, Joe Henderson. I see Kelly Goulden. I see Mindy Egan, not afraid of color, so she says. I believe her. I don't know about you, I believe her. I'm very excited to be here today. Thank you, Vicky. Vicky likes it, it's good enough for me. You know, if Vicky Donnelly says it's okay, it's okay. I'm very excited because here's the thing, and all of you who know, all of us makers know, when you carve out a space, there's something really magical about it. And I am now crafting and working and filming videos and doing everything now in one room. Well, okay, not completely one room, and I'll tell you a little more about that as we go. But I have decided to workshop this office of mine. I live in an old house, okay? Point A. And this is going to be a little chatty, so, you know, get ready, get comfy, take the bra off and, you know, stay a while. I have an old house. Kind of forgot what I was going to say. Built in 1917. And so, you know, the houses back then, rooms were kind of small. It's, you know, not a lot of modern amenities, except for the ones we've added. And this space always worked really well for an office. And I thought, you know what? I want a place where, number one, a table doesn't move every time I move. When I would Copic color, if you listen very carefully, a lot of the times I would put music on so you wouldn't hear the it was terrible. And it was all I could hear as I'm like gently trying, you know, not, you know, so I wanted a solid space and I wanted a space that had more control over light. Now, I might look a little off color today. I'm working out some issues with lighting. But one of the best things about this space is I am facing a wall. And what that means is the sun, the clouds, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I have full control over the lighting. And, you know, it's important to me because I want it to look good for you. If you come to a YouTube video, I don't want you to be like, I can't really see that. Or, you know, I want it to be good. I may be a card maker. I may be a graphic designer. But in my heart, I'm a tech nerd. I am a tech nerd all the way. Going all the way back to, you know, when I first got my first Apple computer in 1992, it was, you know, for me, angels started to sing and I've loved tech ever since. So I do need to give a little shout out today to my friend Bethany. Bethany has a wonderful YouTube channel called Pawsitively, and she and her hubby has given me, hey Ty, has given me a lot of help just in terms of learning about a few new things. So it's very fun, you know, it's very fun. So I share that joy with you, the tech joy. Some of you get it, you know, you're nerds. You're nerds. And I love you, awesome nerds. Name that movie. Okay. So here's the little backstory. Okay. I've got too much chatter going on. I am going to still be using space in the dining room because I have too many things, right? But I actually, so stamps are down there right now. All my paper is down there right now. Lots of bits and bobs are still down there. But we're going to be working it out. Now, see behind me here in the blurry, beautiful, you see my Billy bookcase? Okay, I started to have some second thoughts. This is old. I've had this forever. I thought, what if because I have Calyx over here now to the left, but what if I put more Calyx back there and then a white Billy bookcase and then I had more Calyx? And so part of the fun, thank you, Pitch Perfect. You got it. I wonder if I can make these comments bigger. Hold on, let's see. I don't know if I can. Okay, I can see you, and I did see pitch perfect. No, Vicky, I'm not afraid. So over my shoulder also is the bathroom. So if I really have to go, I can go. But I am still kind of thinking about furniture and what I'm going to add and what I need. The best part about this is, what do I actually need to work and create and do my job as a content creator, make things, all the stuff, right? And I will second that, Kim Sharaba, IKEA does rock, because it makes it affordable. You know, I don't have unlimited funds. I am self-employed. I'm a small business, like many people in the creative stamp industry. And so for me, having something that's more affordable is good. Also today, can you hear me okay? Let me know, because I am not wired up. There's no lav mic on me today. I am using a boom mic. And I set something up on my new rig, and this isn't the one I'm going to stay with. I ordered a new one, and it's but I don't have the right cable for it. So there you go. I also threw a few comforters on the floor to dampen the echoes in here. There's a lot of things that we learn as we're doing this, and well, you know, you learn as you go. I just am so amped up right now. I even put on darker lipstick. I don't know if you can really tell. Like I don't have any mascara on, but I have a lot of blush on to try to look less washed out. All right, I have another surprise for you. Here we go, table cam. Oh, I decided to put my face in. There's a maker on YouTube. Do all of you know who Daniel West is? He is a wonderful card maker. He seems like salt of the earth, just a good man. I love his channel, and I think he literally has the best voice on the internet for craft tutorials. Deep voice. Oh, I love him. Daniel, you're probably at work right now, but there you go. Anyway, great. I'm still seeing more comments come through. It's all good. But yeah, got my little face popped in here. And yes, use vertical space, Diane. I'm going to be thinking about that. Sometimes what happens, I think when I was downstairs, I get so sweaty, I couldn't function. And so, yes, Lisa, you know, Daniel's so good. He's so soothing. He just seems, yeah, like I said, salt of the earth. Okay. Thank you, Gina. And now I will go into my broadcast voice. You know, it's funny. Remember when you were little and you used to hear yourself on a tape recorder and you're like, I don't sound like that. Someone asked me, doesn't it grate on your nerves, or, you know, doesn't it bother you to hear your voice? I'm like, no, dude, I'm so used to it by now. I've been teaching online for years. You get over it. You know what I mean? You get over it. Anyway, welcome everyone. I'm going to talk to you for a second about a card. How does that sound? Okay, so here we go. I am going to use this embossing folder and this die set because I have an idea for a really simple card while we chat. Okay, that's what we're going to do. I've seen some super cute cards with this. Ooh, let's see. And just going to throw it over my shoulder. There we go. And I think they're adorable, but here's a little, okay. So here's kind of how I work it out. When I get something new, I never try to do it all at once. I just don't, because that is how I get overwhelmed with products and supplies. And sometimes people will say to me, well, Cathy, what's your best tip for, you know, clean and simple cards? I find them so hard to do. And I get that, right? Let's see if I can do this without hurting myself. Oh, that came right off. Okay. But what I'll do is I'm just gonna, don't mess up the mani. I'm gonna focus on one thing. Okay, one thing, one little friend today. Look, my tools are right where they need to be. Oh, Cheryl Cranston. Yes, I do. I have windows right to the sides, so when I want to have beautiful fresh air, they're crankouts, which is kind of a pain. But yes, I do. And that way I can have beautiful fresh air. Also, hey, Tanya, nice to see you. And if this is your first time joining me for a live and you know who I am, so you know, yeah, she talks sometimes. Welcome. Glad to have you. Okay. But what I do is I start with one thing and that's it. You know what I mean? That's all I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna try to start out and write a creative check that my body does not or cannot cash. You know what I mean? Trust me, because whenever I've done that, I'm like, I don't love that. Cindy Lockmer, great question. I don't know. I feel like it's like 12 feet by 14, maybe. Maybe it's longer than it is wide. Hey, Brienne, good to see you here. It's longer than it is wide. All right, I'm going to set this aside. Now I'm getting sidetracked. But, okay, today we're going to use 2 inks because I'm going to make a pink sweater. So, well, let's see. How do we go? Go like that because we want to see the beautiful colors. I'm not even going to work on a matte today. I'm not going to do anything heroic, right? I'm going to put this right under my head. See, I'm not used to seeing my head. I used to do it all the time, but now, not so much. All right, of course, I used my little snippers to cut those dies apart. And there we go. I'm going to do some ink blending. Now, this is so cool. I shared this on my Instagram story. Oh, it goes in the other spot? Sorry. So wait, that goes there. Oh, okay. Thank you. Can you tell I just got these? Thanks, Brienne. See, what would I do? I need to have all the makers of the stuff watch online. It's true, because it's true. Like, there have been projects that I've done, and I used the product completely wrong. Still turns out okay, but completely wrong. So it's nice to have, nice to have. Thank you, Brienne. Side note, on my Instagram account, in my story, I am sharing little snips of behind the scenes snippets, not, of this space. And I shared the other day the edition of the Under the Table paper towel holder. And that was very exciting. I have a paper towel holder under my table. Hey, Diane Starr, nice to see you here. Yeah, it's I'm going to measure this. Oh, Simon Hurley. Simon, look. Everything looks better. I got to show Simon this. Okay. I'm so excited. Oh, okay. So, where was I going with this? Yeah, I don't really know. Okay, I want to isolate this on this space. So here's what I'm going to do. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter, but it kind of does. I want to ink blend for this sweater, and I want to ink blend first. Now, maybe I do need a piece of junk paper. Hold on a second. I have a drawer. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And, oh, come on now. Sorry. And in that drawer is just a bunch of scrap paper. And yeah, the paper towel holder is amazing. I should, you know what? I don't have any of my blending mats up here, so that's why I'm just going to do this. I have all my, I have a Waffle Flower mat and I have a Tonic Studios mat, but I have not brought them up yet. So see, we're still moving. We're still moving things. Cathy sees going places. Now, that's the crafter calling the crafter. I always say Simon's going places because I believe it. Okay. So we have a sweater. We have sweater because it's sweater weather. And what we're going to do is, I wish Laura Basson was out there because she really does say sweater weather. She says it really, really well. But I'm going to use this as my guide. In fact, you know what? This is where we grab a pencil because I want to be intentional with my blending. Okay. And then here, I want to try to create a blend. Okay, I want it to be lighter at the top. Oh, look, Brienne, I'm doing it right. Now I'm going to tap quite a bit of this off because I feel like I love Carnation and I love Peony. Okay, and I want it to seem lighter. In fact, well, let's just bring it in. Okay, we're going to try to keep this really soft at the top. Okay, look at me. Look it. Guess what's not shaking? The table. The table is not shaking. I love it. I love it so. That is terrible singing, but you know, you don't want to do trademarked things when you're, thank you, Gigi girl. I like that thought. You know, it is a lot of talking, but here's the thing too. I mean, I don't get out much. This is me getting out. I know, Mindy, right? Best feeling in the world. Now, this is just very soft, right? We're not doing, no, there's nothing heroic happening here. We're just doing 2 colors for our sweater. This is literally going to be the easiest card ever. All right. Yeah, no, the table is still downstairs, although I think I may have told you this last week, but my husband said, what are we going to do if you take all your craft supplies out? I'm like, well, you know, we'll figure out something, you know, well, it's going to be okay. Now let's see here. All right, top of the sweater. Good. And now bottom of the sweater. Wait, where do I go? The lid goes there. And this goes there, right, Brienne? Isn't that, they're just so cute. I have never, I think this is so cute, especially for, you know, for craft tutorials. It's easy to forget to say what you're using, and I like that people can see. Okay. Yeah, the other day, my son and I were talking because my son's had a cold, my hubby has had a cold, and my daughter, who's away on business, is fighting a cold as well. And I said, you know, I think I'm just, you know, I just think I have a really good immune system. And my son said, you don't go anywhere. Okay, let's bring it in from the bottom. And we're going to be a little darker because I do want Peony to kind of pick up here. So we are going to try to make it darker. See, I got to lean side to side when I'm blending. All right. Close that gap, okay? Blend it in. And it is true. I mean, I go to the grocery store, you know. But seriously, you can hear me fine out there. Like, it doesn't sound weird. Because honestly, the mic is right above my head, and it's nice to not be wired into my laptop. I have tripped over my cable so many times, and now I won't be doing that. Okay, I really do want to deepen that, and then let's just fade it up a little. All right, checking out your comments. Okay, sound clear, sound good. Yes. Oh, Brienne, you know, if I did grocery delivery, I would never go anywhere. So I guess that going to the grocery store is the highlight of my day. But you know what? You guys fill a lot of holes in my social calendar. I don't really have the need to do a lot. So, yeah. Okay, I think that's fine. I don't think I need to do anything else because our sweater is going to be like 2-tone. See that? See how we're going to do that? All right. Thank you, Inkstand. You have been my friend today, and we will set you aside. That's the one thing that's hard for me to know right now is where things go when I'm, hold on here, when I'm putting them away. All right, coming back for a second. I just need a little refreshment. Delicious. Still just trying to figure out, like, where do I put things? If I put my LaCroix in the wrong spot and it spills all over everything, not so good. Okay. Hey there, we've got 483 friends out there. Oh, Vicky, gotta pop this up for a second. We had a very nice dinner. But it was a little, I don't want to bring everyone down, but we are having my father-in-law is nearing, he's at home in hospice right now, starting hospice care. So there's a lot going on in Dan's family. And so any good thoughts you have to send to his family, yeah, we had a lot of calls. Oh my gosh, did I do it backwards? Oh my gosh, I did, didn't I? All right, we're gonna cut it. We're gonna make it work. Yeah, so we're at that time of life. So, and Dan's dad is a good man, good man. So we haven't fully celebrated in that regard, but you know what? It's the cycle of life. So we want to push our sweater up. We want to push it up. And so you want to make sure when you have a pattern and you're using one of these folders that you have it in the right side. Now, let's grab our embossing, okay? All right, I don't have my, what don't I have today? Let me see if I can zoom out a little bit here without canceling the live. Oh, that's what happened last time. Okay, zoom. Nope, that's zooming me out. Hold on a second. Let's get to the iPhone. Oh, here we go. iPhone. Okay. Oh, well, nope, that's as far as we can go. Here's another thing too. I am going to be changing my camera setup eventually. That is the next step, which is to get away from using my iPhone, which has been great. You don't need state of the art, right? This is totally going to work. But it will be nice to free up even more space and have a little more control over my video when I change cameras. Okay. So, and thank you all for your kind words. Really appreciate that. Because yeah, you know, it's hard for any family to go through that. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. And Dan will appreciate knowing too. Platform A, platform B. This is what I have found works for me for this type of folder, because these are the 3D. Now here's the deal though. You know, I may even want to tape it. So let me see, because I don't want it to shift. Well, it's not going to shift. I want my sweater to be like that. All right. Let's see, is that crop good? I think that it is, because can you see how you're gonna get a little dark at the bottom? Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Now here's what we do. We take this and then, is that hair? No, okay, sorry, I thought it was hair. And I take the packing, I keep these, right? But I just keep like 1 or 2, I don't keep all of them. And I'm gonna put this on for a little more pressure. And we're gonna run it through. Oh, there we go. I gotta crank it right-handed. Actually, oh, there we go. Now we're hitting the pressure. Like that. Okay. And I think that's gonna be just enough. So let's pop you down. And all right. I know the acorn too, but look at how cute this is. Hello, sweater weather. Oh, I think this is so stinking cute. Now, we are going to put you aside. And I need to find some Gemini plates. Hold on. All right, so we are done with you for now. So I don't have my Gemini cam set up. There's a plan, because I do have this whole new rig, and all I need to do is figure out a clamping system that can point down, because my die cut cam is just, let's see, just over there. And I'm going to keep that one on my desk as my primary die cutter, because anytime I don't have to crank, I don't have to crank. Hey, Penny, good to see you here. Just popping up. Got cherished cards all the way down in Oz, where I'm sure it's bright and early. All right, let's see how this works. Now, we're gonna have a little sweater. Now, even though this may, oh, it kind of just fits in there like it was made to fit there. Look at that. So cute. It may flatten a little of the detail, but maybe not a ton, right? We're still gonna have this little cable knit sweater. With this plate setup, which I learned from the one and only Jennifer McGuire. Yeah, Gina, no Gemini cam yet. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. You know, we have to take things as they come. But this plate setup is 2 double-sided die plates from Crafter's Companion, the makers of Gemini, and then 2 clear plates. And like Jennifer tells people, I tape them together. But here is why I love them. I have been using these plates. They just don't warp. Look at that. Is that gonna focus? They just don't. It's amazing to me. And you always cut into the same one. And then when this gets all mucky muck, you untape it, flip it, and it gives you more life, right? Oh, I guess I could, Diane. It's not gonna be bad though. Trust me. The Gemini is a different kind of wonderful. I'm going to go, oh, Sherry R., thank you for the super chat. Well, wasn't that kind? Wow, I just saw it come. Oh. Let's see here. Thank you so much. All right. Oh, Bethany, you are here. You didn't hear my love earlier, but Bethany, now that you're here, thank you. Thank Ty for me. Okay. I'm going to pop this out, and I think, see, this still looks great. Look at all that detail. There's still so much, right? Now, yeah, could I put it back in? Yeah, but what if I did it and I messed it up? We're good. Super chat is it's like a tip jar. It's like a virtual, well, it's not a virtual. I mean, it's a real tip jar. And I've done super chats for other makers because I think it's fun to, to do that. And well, there you go. So now I have a teeny tiny friend, and it's so cute. So that's my sweater. And if I could have this sweater, I would, I could just walk away now. We could be done. But I have a plan. So, okay, let's see. What do I need to do next? I figure while I have the die out, and let me put this, see, this is where I think I will lose things, but you're going to go by the computer, okay? And we are going to grab, I already figured out my greeting, and here was what I wanted to do, okay? Let's get these out of the way for a second. I wanted to have something that said the word cozy. And I went looking through all of my sentiment strips, which I love. I'm lazy. And so sometimes I do like to use these because they're so crisp. And I actually have like a nice little space in my little white cart that I got from Michael's. Thank you, Bethany. For all of my little of these, because these are very cute. In fact, Emma, I did not link these, and I did not link the pockets. So remind me if you can. Thank you. So what we're going to do is we are going to cut out our greeting now. All right. So I'm going to grab my sentiment labels. Okay. There's a few, there's not drawbacks, but the one thing that was nice about that ginormous table that I worked on was that it was ginormous. It was huge. And this is a decent size, but it is not quite as big. So all right, let's see here. Hey, we've got 540 people. Thank you so much for being here. I'm in my new space, and I will answer more questions as soon as I'm done with the cards. So, it's the new space. I love the new space. Okay, I am going to isolate Let's Get Cozy because I think that's appropriate. And I actually think you could send Let's Get Cozy, well, like I would send Let's Binge Watch TV to my best friend. I would send Want to Snuggle and Watch TV to my daughter because she's one of my TV buddies. I mean, hubby's the main TV buddy, but definitely my daughter and I, we love to watch TV together when time allows. And primarily, we just finished House of the Dragon, which we affectionately call Hot D. Anyone else call it Hot D? Because let's be real, Matt Smith is so hot. There, I put it out there. But let's untape that. So we made hot dish on Sunday night to celebrate the finale of Hot D. And it was good. I made a tater tot hot dish. I've never done that before. I've been alive a long time. Hubby didn't believe me. I'm like, Dan, I've never made a tater tot hot dish. He's like, all right. So maybe I have and I forgot, but it was really good. So hot dish, which for those of you who are not from the Midwest, that's what they call casseroles in the Midwest, especially in Minnesota. They call it hot dish. You know what? I'm not straight here. Hold on. This happens sometimes. I get talking and then there we go. All right. And tape. Casserole / hot dish. Hot D. All right. Now I'll flip them because every other time I just flip it. All right. Going through. Come to me. Yeah, so I I did change the little recipe for the tater tot hot dish a tiny bit, not a lot, but I substituted corn. I love corn, but I didn't want to put corn in it. It had green beans. I put sauteed mushrooms in instead, like cremini mushrooms. And it had 3/4 pounds of ground beef and 3/4 pounds of hot Italian sausage, plus gluten-free cream of mushroom soup, because my daughter cannot eat gluten things. And then tons of baby tater tots. It was good. I mean, it was surprising. When I was a child, I would not have been able to, you couldn't have paid me. I would have been the kid sitting at the table saying no and been there till midnight as my parents tried to get me to eat something like that. But I got older and my taste buds changed. So what do you know? Oh, yeah. Okay. So I see, let's see. I think tater tot, yeah, the green beans, and yeah, cream of mushroom. I'm telling you, cream of mushroom is, well, it's kind of magical. All right. Now, where's my tiny trimmer? Hold on. Come here, tiny trimmer. Oh, you know what I don't have nearby? I might have to get up and okay. I'm going to trim this, and this is how I like to trim sentiment strips, or really any greeting that I have. And you put it, whatever your trimmer has, like I like to go one letter form past that little ledge and just cut. And then you flip it and you do the same on the other side, and then you know you are perfectly spaced from side to side, which is nice. I got that going for me. Oh, did I put that? No. And these Simon pockets are great for, especially for these things. I love it because then you just put all your little strips in there, right? Put it neatly into your little friend. I got a lot of them. And then you store them, and everybody's happy and the world is a good place. Okay. Now, so I'm thinking, let's pretend this is our card. There's going to be this is going to be so simple. I just want you to know. I need to get something, and that is the Copic marker. So I'm going to get up and grab them. I wasn't really planning this very well, but there it is. Okay. Cover my shirt because I'm not wearing a bra. See if you see from, it's always head up. You know what I mean? Okay. Now, let's get some cardstock. I need to grab. There's that. And that's going to be for my note card. And I'm going to cut some cardstock here. All right. So I've got my big trimmer. And I hope I can do the sitting down. Where did there we go. Don't lose the greeting. I want to make this panel a little smaller. So let's see here. I know you would have never known. Here we go. Just talk amongst yourselves. I can't cut sitting. It just doesn't work for me. Every time I do, I mess it up. So 3 3/4 by 5. There we go. And put my trimmer back on my little, I have this little, like a side cart from, it's not a cart, it's like I don't really know what it is, but it's from IKEA, and it's quite useful. All right. Again, when the time comes that I do a full studio tour, and I will, it's going to be, I promise you, it'll be fabulous, or it'll be not good at all, but hopefully it will be good, and I will explain all of the things that are in this room, and it'll be great. Hey, Silver Granny, how are you? Bobby, people are waving hands. Oh, it's a little late in Belgium. Yeah, I am cutting without a bra on. Oh, the bra that bras are, but I do like one. I like the ones that, there's that brand they sell at Target. Gosh, what is it? True and Company or something. Those are the only ones I have. And let me tell you, I'm not wearing, tight t-shirts out to, bars anytime soon. It's not really my jam. All right. We're making a note card, but we're keeping our score buddy out because we're going to add a little extra texture, and I'm going to channel Gina K Designs because I love Gina. I was watching last night. I didn't chime in on the chat because I was on my iPad, and I hate that you can't tag people on an iPad. I don't know if you knew that or not, but when you're on an iOS device, you can't @ people to tag them, and the typing on an iPad is not my favorite. So I didn't pipe up, but I loved what she did last night. I don't know how many of you were watching, but the dragging of the pads, so cute. So cute. Okay. All right. True and Kind. Is that True and Kind? True and Company? Kind? Yeah. I like those because they're soft and they're comfy. All right. So that's our note card. Now here's what I want to do. Gosh, I want to make this even smaller. Yeah, hold on. Let me grab another die because the measurement, I don't know. All right. There's going to be a little tiny bit more die cutting. Here's what we're going to do. I want this to be smaller. So I'm going to take one of my waffle flower. Yeah. So you can't use a cozy greeting, which I'm going to lose if I don't, okay, without making something a little cozier. So here's what we're going to do. You go there. I hope this works, but we'll see. I'm going to cut this down a little more. This is probably my most used die set that I own. I absolutely, sometimes I do know some measurements, right? Like I know the 3 3/4 by 5. I have a chart. Christina Werner did a great blog or video a while ago about sizes, and she has this free chart. And I will remember to add the link to Christina's video because I refer to her chart a ton. It's actually really helpful. Okay, let's cut this out and run it through the Gemini. All right. Okay, good. You go there, you go there. All right, that's, well, sometimes with this green plate system though, it gets a little sticky, just with the, meaning it sticks in, it really grabs. So just know that. But I guess one of the things I do love about this is, when you die cut it, you get that little bevel. I love that bevel. Oh, thanks, Maureen. Love to hear that. Again, this is, maybe I don't need to add a different mic. Yeah. Oh, Andrew, you didn't miss anything. I still basically am not sure what to say, but I have so here's the thing. I think the word studio is just a little snobby, and I don't feel like I'm a snobby person. So one of my best friends and I were coming up with the stupidest, funniest little ideas about some reels we could make. And I'm not going to tell you what they are because I still might make them in relation to working in my new studio, but we'll see. We'll see. Mindy, no, this is Dazzle Dry. This is the color Checkmate. This is the only polish I've been wearing for 5 months. I decided to try something new, and I tell you, I am absolutely hooked on it. And this is day 7? Day 7. I mean, granted, it grows out fast because it makes my nails so healthy. But anyway, that's for another day. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to do Gina K, and I'm just going to add a pattern to this. Now, I could emboss a pattern, but why? Why when you have a scoring tool? So I think it looks like it will work too. So we're going to pull it out a little, and we're just going to do every 1/4 inch. And I have to concentrate on this so I won't be looking at the comments, but I love when Gina does this because it's just such a great way. You can also, turn it and crisscross it. I never get that fancy, but I love the little extra bit of texture it adds. And it's so easy. You can't see a thing right now. It literally looks like I'm doing nothing. The Craft Shack. I had a really funny one the other day. Well, I thought it was funny. I said, welcome to Cathy's Craft Shack. You have to say it like with a kind of a congested nose. Welcome to Cathy's Craft Shack. I would have to change the way I speak, and that might lose some viewers. Cathy's Craft Shack. All right. And not that there's anything wrong with that. What about calling it my creative space? Yeah, I mean, I could. I mean, okay, let me concentrate here. I got to think. I just flipped it. Did you catch that? I just flipped it. I mean, it is the studio. You know, as I was talking again with my best friend and we were riffing, she said, you know, the reality is you've set up a full recording studio within a space, and it's where you work. It's a studio, dude. And she's like, get over it. I'm like, okay, I'll get over it. So it is a studio. And I made a little sign that says CZ Design Studio. So maybe it is. But I am going to make a funny reel, and I'm going to share it with you all. Okay, now, see how there's a little bit of texture? Should we do it on both sides? I feel like I did not go very deeply, so here we go. I'm going to go a little harder. This is where your wrist issues kind of show up. It looks better here than it does on camera, so. But I can also go, and this is almost like the die cutting follies of that day that I did the video where I was just die cutting incessantly. Didn't think to do anything, and oh, I'll flip it. That's a little better. And I can flip it again if I want. Let's see. All right. It's just for a little texture, all right? You know, I do have a metal tool somewhere. I think I have the metal tool. You know what, too? I could have done this on a lighter cardstock. But the problem is right now, I don't have... Do I have that? I might. I could do it on lighter cardstock, but you know what? Oh, gosh, I just got lipstick on it. Okay. So what that means is we are going to go on the other side, too. It just isn't quite looking as good as I thought. All right. We're going to go with that. That just doesn't look that good. All right, hold tight. Hold tight. I've got some paper here, and this is, hold on. Oh, I haven't even opened the box yet. Let me think. Should I just find another folder somewhere? I don't know if I have any up here. That's the problem. Oh, actually, hold tight. You know what? We're changing course. We're changing course. I got this one. This isn't showing up that well, but I wonder what would happen if I took this and did this and had an extra pattern on top. What do you think? What do you think about that? Well, you know, you guys are throwing out some really good, names. I'm going to see if I can salvage this. So, let's zoom out again. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, you know, sometimes you have to change your mind, and that's what we're doing. So, for our 3D embossing folders from Spellbinders, we go platform A, okay, and we go embossing. So we're gonna get a crazy pattern because this is gonna have a little bit of one and a little bit of the other. Let's see here. How about we kind of split the difference like that, okay? Then I need the gray plate. All right. There we are. Come on now. I know you're here somewhere, aren't you? Okay. Now, of course, this is a different sandwich, so we're going to do this. I think it's going to be good. Yeah, you can see the pattern through there. I think that's going to be great. All right, so yeah, I could drag ink, but here's the thing, Diane. I'm trying to keep it tone on tone, and you'll see why in a minute. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. I'm going to switch the crank hands. See, you get to see my resting craft face when I'm exerting. All right, here we go. Now, let's see what happens with this little extra bit of texture. It could be the coolest thing I've ever done. And actually, Wait, it still did it on the side with the lipstick. You know what though? I think I'm gonna keep it. Although, what would it look like with the deboss? Huh? You know what? That's some kind of magic right there. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yes, you know what? Thank you, Elizabeth. It's true, right? I'm 100%. What's that Lizzo song? I think you know what I was gonna say. I'm 100% that broadcaster. All right. I'm gonna grab some foam tape here. All right. Yeah, imposter syndrome, it's a thing. And I'll tell you, it's a thing, especially if you, and you know what's cool? It's hard to see, but there is an extra layer. You can't see it. Well, see that? You see a little bit of what I had done before. Oh yeah. I like it. There's always a little bit of imposter syndrome, right? I've had it most of my life, but I'll tell you where it's a positive. The imposter syndrome for me comes in the fact that I've worked all my life as a graphic designer. Okay, for the beginning, I was a journalist and a writer, but graphic design was part of the job, and I had to learn. And turns out I'm actually pretty good at it. But because of that, I think I had some element of imposter syndrome, because any of the times I would work with other designers, they all went to art school or they all got, art degrees and this and that. And I have a journalism degree, so I always had a little bit. But I'll tell you where it is a positive. It keeps you humble. And I've worked long enough in life to know that working with people without egos is a lot more fun than working with people who have big egos. So I've always maintained that. Stay humble, sit down, stay humble. I'm just quoting all the great R&B artists of the day. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna pop this down, but I think I gotta stand up and I'm gonna try not to hit the microphone. Okay, so deboss. Just don't even know what I'm doing. Okay, I'm trying not to hit the microphone. Now that's the only thing about having a boom mic. All right. I can't do this sitting down, but I think that's cute. Okay. Whew, look at me. Also, we just hit 600. I know it won't last, but that's the most people I've ever had watching at one time. So thank you. I really appreciate it. You got things to do with your time, and the fact that you're here warms my heart. What time is it? Oh, we're doing good. First of all, too, the tone on tone, it's just, this is so simple. This is clean and simple. One of the things that's so great about simple card design is it takes some time, right? You do have to think. Some of my simplest cards have taken me forever to figure out, but it's just about setting limits for yourself and then just sticking to those limits. I've had some people ask me, well, Cathy, how do you know when is when? And even as a scrapbooker, back in my many years of scrapbooking, I always just walked away. I set limits and then I walked away. Whenever I thought, well, maybe I should put something here, I'm like, leave it out on the dining room table and walk away. 9 out of 10 times I would come back and I would be like, you know what? You're good. You don't need to add anything else. Now, it takes some getting used to, and I don't think every card should be a clean and simple card. Look at some of the things I do on my channel. They're anything but clean and simple. They require a metric ton of supplies, right? But there is something to be said about something like this. Oh my gosh, she's just so cute. It's so simple. All right. And thank you, that Manny. Yeah, it's I think I'm gonna change it tonight. I'm feeling the need because the cuticle area and a little education. The cuticle is not what people think it is. I'm just gonna say it. It's not. Cuticle is a material that comes from underneath your nail plate and it builds up on your nail plate. But this whole area that surrounds your nail, I learned this from Anna at the Salon Life. It's called the proximal nail fold. So there's your nail tip for the day. All right, I'm going to take my Copic marker now and just color in the sides of the strip because I like it to look like it was printed on black core cardstock. And it's not, right? This is called, well, it was in my hands. Wow, that pen's getting a little leaky. This is called a reverse. And all that means is that you have printed something with black ink, and then where you see white, there's no ink. That's how we create a reverse in design. That's why we call them reverse sentiment strips, okay? Now I'm gonna put a tiny bit of on here. I almost feel like I should have a head there, and I don't, but you know, it's okay. It's all good. It's all good. Robbie, isn't it cute though? I am too. Like, there's some really cute samples. Is that thin enough? I don't know if it is. In the Simon store. That's what inspired me because I get most of the things in the Simon release. So you need to know that. I get a lot. And Colleen, yeah, you know what, Colleen? I do like this. But here's the thing. This is really expensive. And I'm going to show you a tape that is not. Hold on here. I just pulled up. Oh, that's got to trim a little bit here. I've got a place that I'm going to be keeping tape. I'm very excited about that. All right, there we go. Let me grab it and show you. Well, I can't show you the space, but this tape is pretty amazing. The ThermoWeb makes this? iCraft 3D foam tape, 108 feet. It's narrower, right? It's not as thick. And it comes in different lofts. This is a thinner one. This is 1/16 of an inch, and I think they do 1/8 of an inch. It's just about, I don't know if it's half the cost, but it's a lot cheaper. And so, I don't know. But the thing I like about this is the width. I can't really deny that. I will not deny it. All right, hold on here just a second. My nose feels like it's running. I just need one little break. I'm not even sweating though. Look it, I got a new space. If there is a finer drink in the land, I have yet to find it. Okay, now here we go. We are going to figure this out. It's just like I thought, do I want to put, no, I kind of want to keep them separate. I don't know why. I want the sweater to stand on its own. I want the greeting to stand on its own. This is so simple, right? All right, where do we have you? Some glue. Okay, I am going to take the backers off here. Look at that blend on the sweater. This is the thing about the Simon inks. They are buttery, buttery good. And I have had the best success with the Pawsitively saturated inks. I love the way they dry back. It's just like, oh, they're buttery. They're buttery. They make it look like I know how to ink blend like Laura Basson. Okay, I'm now who's not humble. I aspire to Laura's inky blending greatness. Also, speaking of Laura, she and I are going to do something someday. We're going to do something someday related to design and do something on the video, and we've talked about it. We just haven't figured out what it's going to be, but we both want to do it because she's a designer. I'm a designer. We love that kind of stuff. And well, there you go. Oh, here's a little question. Barbara Ray. I'm going to pop you up while I'm here. How do you get motivated to craft when you don't feel like it? Well, it's a funny story. I think I'm always in the mood to do this. That's one of the few things I'm always in the mood to do, but I always love the chance to sit down and do this. And part of it too now is because this has migrated into a huge part of how I earn a living. And, you know, I'm so grateful for that. And I thought the other day, I was thinking, what if I all of a sudden don't like doing this anymore? And then I came down and I sat down and I made cards that I made using the Zig markers the other day. I had no plan going into the video. And then when it was done, I was just like, I love this so much. Now, that said, let me see if I can get this straight. I think one of my best tips, if you are not feeling the groove, there we go, just don't sweat it. You know, sometimes we don't have the inspiration. Sometimes we don't have the mojo, you know, and I think those are the times to do other things. You know, for me, for example, if I'm not feeling the mojo of crafting, I'll go paint my nails, or I'll go, you know, organize my underwear drawer. No, I won't do that. I really won't. But, you know, there's other things you don't, yeah, or the all-purpose thing you can do, just make a bunch of backgrounds. Make a bunch of ink blended backgrounds. Don't people say that? I feel like they do, yeah. Okay. Oh, these 88M Rochelle, these are reverse tweezers. So when you squeeze them, they open, and when you let go, they're closed. They are the best. These are from Honeybee. These are my good tweezers. And my EK Success ones are my bad tweezers. And the only reason I make the distinction, these are the ones I pick up really gluey, sticky things with. And these are the ones I keep for clean things. So, and yes, bucks are, I love my job. You know, it's hard to explain to people, but it's always been hard to explain to people what I do because, you know, it's just easier to say I'm a graphic designer because I still am. I mean, what I was doing right up until the live stream today was laying out the magazine for Scrapbook and Cards Today. We have our, let's see, which way do I want to go? We have our winter issue that is now in my hands. It comes from our editor, Susan Opal, who also works for Simon Says Stamp. And I do graphic design work, and I do all the marketing things for the mag. And it's just easier to say that sometimes. But now, you know, I can say I'm a content creator on YouTube. And I love seeing the look at the people at the Apple store. I'm like, well, you know, I'm a content creator on YouTube. And they just look at me like, what, on how to let your hair go gray? Maybe. But you know, that's, okay, this is another thing that I love about YouTube. And it is this. I feel like in many respects, it is not ageist. If you want to have a channel and you have something to share and you have a voice that you want to put something out there, you can. There's a democratization of content creation that you don't have to have approval. You can just do what you love to do and share it with others. And that, I tell you, I don't think it gets any better than that. And again, it's like, it's nice. Like, you're all here and I'm really grateful for that. You don't have to be watching this. Oops. You know, but I'm really grateful that you are. Look at that. Okay, do we need a little shine? Do we need a little shine? Is that a rhetorical question? Well, let's see. I am going to get, this is one of my new favorites. I don't think I added this, but I will link this. This Calls for Confetti is such a fun little company, and they have all the colors of confetti. Oh, I'm telling you, it's good stuff. Good stuff. Card baking influencer. Well, you know, I don't know. I mean, I do get excited to share things that I love. So in that regard, you know, I think I got a lot of people into painting their nails at home, and that's a good thing. Okay. I love Gina's new tool. It's really nice. Partly the reason I love it, I don't even have my old one. Here's my old tool. I love the Studio Katia tool. It's beautiful, but you have to buy the white tip. It doesn't come with that. And I like that Gina, oh, I should have looked, decided to just have it be white. The reason why a white tip is important is if you have the dark tip or even the color tip, it'll leave marks on your paper. I thought Lancaster Lass was booing at me. She was encouraging the boop. Okay, now let's see here. Which one is sold out, Mary Wright? Is this one sold out? Wait, what's sold out? They were in stock when I started. Now that would be a surprise if people left this live stream because they were so excited to buy the sweater weather. Do you need refills for it? Now that I don't know. I am hoping that Gina will sell them because, you know, it's like we love the tips. So I'm assuming you might boo me. You don't know. You never know. All right. You know what's nice here too? The placement of the sequins is going to go on the parts that are flat and up. All right. Oh, this calls for confetti. Oh, Gina is sold out of the pick. Okay. Oh, thank you, Mindy. I'm going to pop that up because that is good to know. They're going to get replacement nibs. She'll get more in. I know they were very popular, and I think after people saw Gina using them, and I need a tiny one. Where's a tiny one? I am just very happy that they work so well, and I do love the pick. It's just a nice pick, and it's not. Well, I mean, I wouldn't jam it real hard into your midsection. That might not be your best, your best use of time. I'm going to push that up a little and try to close these up a little. I think that looks cute. All right, we're gonna boop it up. Boop, there it is. Boop, that is not. You make me wanna boop. Got a lot of songs. Probably, boop, not really knowing all the lyrics. Boop. Yeah, that's good. I mean, this card, it's super simple. Look at that sweater. That is just singing to my simple, clean and simple. Boo, boo, boop. Love a little tuck. Love a tuck under. So great. Okay. Oh, you got to go to work out the down under. Yeah, you're in the future now. There's a whole different world in Australia. Isn't that crazy? They're up, they're starting their day, and we are just starting to wind it down. Boop. And right there. Boop. And that is my finished card project. Hey, I did make now, this is so simple, and it took took some twists and turns, but let's take a look. Ah, there we go. Look at that little cutie patootie. I mean, texture, minimal. Stop rolling, stick and pick. Lots of white space. Yeah, let's do a little breakdown of design because, that is the thing I actually know probably more than anything, but we have a lovely amount of white space on this card. White space does not have to be white. It's just any space that is open, right? And then you take your content here. Here it's just this little guy and this little guy. Minimal greeting, right? So simple. And the white space just allows everything to breathe, right? The margin is one tone of white and the panel is another. And that's a really great way to create a little contrast, but to do it in a really simple way that's not, not ostentatious or hard to look at, or I don't know, y'all. I kind of dig this and I am super happy about how this turned out. So, it's clean design. I do like it. Yes, indeed. Okay. All right. I don't know how to hit the mute button, so hold on. I got a little bit of a runny nose. Kind of just started. Sorry about that. Okay. Oh, and I just totally missed the garbage can. So I am grateful for all of you who came today. Now, here's the thing. I don't know if you have any questions about the space and what I'm planning. And actually, now I can change glasses so I can actually read. I have distance and I have every day. And this is where I really do need to have my ability to read. Terry B. Okay. Yeah, Terry, I'm hoping, not afraid of, nope, wrong one. Didn't mean to get that one. Gosh darn it. Terry B, there you go. It's not retired. It's funny because my mom made me new ones, but I gave her the pattern. I made a pattern and I didn't really do a very good job because the necklines are huge. I think I will wear it because it's a joyous celebration of the best day of the year, Okay. Yes. Once everything is in place, and that includes paper storage, I'm kind of weighing some options right now. But that needs to happen because I really need to think about how I'm going to store my paper. I'm absolutely going to do a tour. It will be good, I hope. It will be more thorough. The one thing is the tour will include the downstairs still because I don't know where else I would keep all of my stamps. That's the one issue is stamps. Let's see. Do I have lights on other than the umbrella lights? No, right now I just have the two ginormous umbrella lights, although I am considering trying some new key lights. I know, Mindy, you said you did not like the barn door lights, but I'm looking at some different lights from a company called Elgato that are key lights, and I'm thinking of changing it only because I would like a smaller profile, because these lights take up a lot of real estate in here. So, and again, it's a small room. Yeah, so yeah, the bee costume, I tell you, yeah. And yes, Natalie, you can go back after this is over if you missed something. I mean, we're winding down. I'm not really in a race to go anywhere. I have no plans. Oh, Janice, I was saying we had a nice dinner, but maybe you missed this earlier. My father-in-law is not well, and so we are. He's not well, and he was at the hospital, and so there's a lot going on. So we were just mostly fielding phone calls, and it was hard on my husband, and so we had a nice meal, but it was a little emotional at times. Oh, Gina, I don't think he will. Like, there's not room for him here. And that's okay. He could sit next to me, but then I'd have to set up a second. I probably could. Honestly, we're gonna have to see about Dan crafting. He is entertaining. It could be fun to do more of like a conversation about crafting with him, and have maybe I could bring him in as a guest. That could be kind of cool. Yeah, that could be kind of cool. Okay. Can I list the, oh, Barbara, these are not from Tim Holtz. They are from me. And after the live, I will turn over my shoulder here to the computer. Actually, though, I think these sentiment strips are listed in the supplies below the video, but I will double check that for you. Let's see here. Again, thank you all so much. It's, yeah, Dan. Dan is not going to be in the back. Well, I mean, never say never. Well, if he's going anywhere, he's going into the bathroom. So, that he's not going to do that while I'm live. I would love to have a remote camera. I don't know how they do that. You know what? Kat, that's a great question. I could talk to Tom and Gina about that, but I think they have probably something a little more high tech. Maybe, I don't know. All right. Yeah, but as we go on through here, I'm just let's move the camera. Well, I'm going to slide my camera right out of the way. It's just been really fun to just work through this process and to figure out a better setup for live streaming, to be actually hardwired into the internet. Yeah, I love it. Podcast. I think it could be fun. I'm telling you that. I will do more real world color. I mean, there's some things that I started as series that I just have not gotten back to, and I definitely want to. And as soon as I finish up with the magazine, I think I'll be ready to just dive into a bunch of things. Yeah. And thank you so much for your kind thoughts for Dan and our family. Yeah, we'll see what shakes out. Life every day, it's a gift, and don't forget that it's always a reason to wake up, even when things are hard, even when maybe things aren't going the way you think they should. You know what? Air in the lungs, people to love. That's a good recipe for life and peace and joy. So. Anywho, yeah, Mindy, you say your stamps are in the bedroom. I mean, and that's just it. Like, I don't know where they're. I would like to have what is coming and new in this room, and then what I would call, a la my dear friend and mentor Stacy Julian from Scrapbooking, cold storage. I would have stamps in cold storage, especially. Those are just things you don't access as often, right? But the thing is, going back and finding things that you love to play with, bring them back out. That's what happened with me and the Zig markers. I made really cute cards with my Zig markers, and that was all with stuff I hadn't used in a really long time. So, but I will be sharing the process. So be sure to come on over to Instagram if you're not there, because I have a little highlight in my story called New Studio, and you can see everything up until right now, what I've done. I don't know if I've taken a good picture of the rig. It's, it's not that sexy maybe to look at, but I love it so much. So again, it's great to have, and I have an extra rig that I'm going to be doing with lights and tech nerd. Anyway, so I hope you all have, oh, and I will talk about storage in the studio. Yeah, I'm gonna share everything as I figure it out. Paper storage is the next thing. I may do some Stampin' Storage paper shelves. I really do like them. They are here in Minnesota, so it shouldn't take that long to get to me. Will I paint? Gina, of course I will. Oh, in the room? Like the color? Nah, I'm leaving it. It's good. I've spackled, so I will be doing some touch-up painting, but I'm just going to leave the color as is. I actually think the color in this room is beautiful. Dan painted it years ago, like years ago, 15 years ago, and I didn't think it was that great a color, but as soon as you put white units on the side, it's like, hey, this is not bad. Anyway. All right. Well, thank you for joining me. Every Wednesday at 3, I will be live. That's the plan unless something comes up. I'll also take a nice photo of this and post it on Instagram, and I'll also post it in the community here on YouTube. And look for more things coming soon. I actually have nothing in the hopper. That's unusual. I'll have to take care of that this week. So hopefully I'll have something planned for this weekend, and I appreciate you all for being here. And yes, I will share every bit of information about the tech setup as well, because I believe in sharing the information because people have been generous with me over the years. For a long time, it was me and my friend Allie Edwards, and we'd be like, get this, and she'd be like, buy this, and I'd be like, get this, and that was before I was ever into card making. So I believe in sharing information about technology that helps creators share what they're making. So you can guarantee that will happen. And now I will go realize that I have no plan for dinner and encourage my husband to bring home some takeout. So thanks so much for watching. I will, again, if you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe and hit that like button so YouTube maybe shares this. Although, again, if they share it with people who don't like chatter, what you gonna do? I appreciate you so much for being here, and I will see you back here on my channel soon. Bye! Thanks so much for watching today. I would love to have you become a subscriber to my YouTube channel. And if you do subscribe, be sure to hit the gray bell below the video so that you don't miss the next time I post. Here are a couple other videos that you might be interested in watching. Thanks so much and have a great day.